Now the screen's on. Now record. Okay, joining us now is the founding father, John Adams. Thank you very much for joining us.
No problem.
And we're going to be asking you a series of questions. First of all, we'd like to ask you what your position on women's rights is.
Well, my position on women's rights is the exact opposite of my wife. So she did send me a letter expressing how she wanted women's rights in the Constitution, but I have a different opinion, and I think that men should be the only ones who run our country.
Okay. And how would you say their rights are different compared to those of slaves?
The right difference from slaves is slaves should not be owned and should be employed, and even the men of the slaves should be able to help run this country.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, next question. Being a Federalist leader, what are some principles that differ opposed to those in non-Federalist parties?
Well, being as a Federalist leader I am, my opinion is that the government should have a strong hold on its country and should make more decisions than the citizens should.
Cut.
Being the Federalist leader, how would your ideas oppose to those of the non-Federalist party?
Well, as the Federalist leader of this country, I believe that the government should have a stronger hold on the people and the country than just letting the people decide for themselves.
Good. The question we're going to ask you is, being a Federalist leader, why do you think a strong government is necessary?
I think a strong government is necessary in our country because sometimes the people would like to make the wrong choice, and the government has a better decision-making power over the people.
Thank you very much for your time. Joining us now is a typical high school student, Sergio Jimenez. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're going to ask you a few series of questions, all right? First question we're going to ask you is, what is your view on the slave trade? Exactly how were slaves, important to this country?
Well, I believe that the slave trade was a horrible event in our history. And as told by Equiano, the slave trade was a harsh reality, and most Africans were forced onto boats and deported to this country.
Right. That's absolutely correct. They were taken up in boats and they traveled all the way here. That's a great answer. Thank you. Okay, next question we're going to ask you is, do you know what rights you have as a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I do. For example, I have the freedom of speech and the right to bear arms.
Okay. Do you know where you get these rights from?
I get them from the Bill of Rights.
That's correct. Thank you. As a youth in this country, what do you think the American dream is?
I think the American dream is to come here to gain freedom, gain jobs, and to earn money.
All right. And do you think the media has heavily affected how people perceive their American dream?
I think the media has affected the American dream by providing commercials that tell people what the American dream is and having us believe it. For example, the Cadillac commercial is telling you that working all the time and getting 2 weeks for a break will get you everything you want.
All right. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
Alejandro Wiswaldo, straight from Peru. How you doing? Okay, one of the few questions that we're going to ask you, do you believe that you're the same equal opportunity as everyone else, in this country?
Quizá no tengo las mismas oportunidades de los que estaban aquí, pero sí tuve la suerte de encontrar un trabajo y las fuerzas para salir adelante. Y ahora, gracias a Dios, sí estoy bien.
Qué bueno. Okay, how was your experience in this country? Perhaps different compared to other immigrants.
Mi experiencia fue muy bonita y fantástica porque cuando yo llegué aquí ya tenía mis padres, mi hermano, mi hermana y mis familiares aquí. Y en cambio, con el tiempo empecé a conocer personas que vinieron solos y no tenían un techo donde dormir. Mi familia, quien los podía como enseñar cómo ir adelante.
What was your American dream?
Mi sueño americano era tener una vida mejor que de mi país.
Okay. How has that changed as you were growing up?
Gracias a Dios y la madre naturaleza, que sí estoy bien, porque le ha echado muchas ganas y mi trabajo y poco a poco ha logrado mis sueños. Y los sueños nunca se terminan, porque así le echamos más ganas para seguir adelante. Nunca hay que ser conformista los sueños. Siempre hay que soñar, es mi lema.
What a great motto that is. Thank you very much for
It's recording.
Oh no, stop recording.